down.
What do you say, Jay? Sit down.
Sit down. Come on, guys. Come on.
And a certain amount of maturity.
Maturity.
Agent.
Yeah, boss?
And all of you have done wonderfully. Except for Brandon. You've been a royal pain in the gazebo.
Yeah, Brandon, a royal pain in the gazebo.
The audience is seated, filled with family, friends, and Facebook enemies, waiting to post every mistake that you make. Let's not disappoint them. Let's get out there and break a leg.
Lay an egg, everyone.
Are you ready, kids? Oh, boy.
Brown noser.
Why do we have to break a leg? Break a leg, go lay an egg.
Who's gonna lay an egg?
Why are we breaking legs and laying eggs?
Breaking eggs and legs.
What's laying legs?
I'm confused.
I can't eat eggs. I'm lactose intolerant.
Brandon, knock it off with the chicken. Agent, get the chicken for Brandon. Everybody to your places now! Lights! Sound! Burgess, what the bow diddly is that?
What?
That music. It's totally the wrong music.
Oh, it's the CD.
I will see you after the show.
Antonym, pseudonym, synonym. What say, Jim? Can you swear?
Belinda! Meet Belinda!
Antonym, pseudonym.
Hi! Good morning to you, Frederico.
And to you, my child, how fare thee this morrow?
I'm fair, friar, and you?
I celebrate this day as any other, for each day is a birth and a new beginning. What brings you to downtown Galilee Abilene?
You mean downtown Dabney Abbey?
That is what I said.
Well, I thought maybe you could tell me a story?
Well, Linda, I only know of one story, and I have told it to you at least 1,000 times.
But it's a stupid story, and each telling just makes it all the more insipid.
Insipid. How old are you again?
Think I missed it. Oh, please, tell me the story of Ivanhoe. One more time, and I'll never ask you again. Oh, please.
All right. So be it.
Hot peppercorns!
Where do I begin?
At the beginning.
Makes sense.
Oh, not well, in the land of Saxonia.
Who's telling the story, Belinda?
Sorry.
Thank you. 'Twas the year 1234, and all was not well in the land of Saxonia. Darkness and discontent hung thick in the air like sausages in a smokehouse. King Isidore was off to the Crusades to smite the infidels.
Infidels?
Infidels.
What's infidel?
Well, it's a fidel that's in.
Oh, you mean like cool and popular?
Exactly. The king was also there to purchase porcelain. Now the king left behind his Greek brother Viscera, who brought fear and sorrow to every heart. But there was also hope in the land of Saxonia, for the king not only left town, but he left his son. I bet you cannot guess the son's name, Belinda.
Oh, I can. Wallace.
No.
Leo.
No.
Brad.
No.
Percy.
No.
Jack.
No.
Ladmo.
Land.
Yeah, Wallace. The first name I said.
No. The son's name was Ivanhoe.
I know that's gonna be my next guess. Of course, Ivanhoe. And this is his story.
Not Ivanhoe, Ivanhoe.
Well, does it rhyme with Yamaha?
Yes.
Ivanhoe Yamaha. What's your point?
Never mind. And yes, this is his story. It's a story of love, honor, chivalry, and revenge.
Revenge is my favorite. She's my second favorite because love is my first favorite. Because love and the woman together so two girls are right, two girls are fight. It's almost coming in, right?
Did you forget to take your medication this morning, Belinda?
I'll have medication.
Oh. But more than that.
It's the worst story in the world.
Exactly. Our story begins on a day much like this one.
Insignificant waste of labor, a useless appendage to the royal lineage, worth as only as much as I might like be bartered for. Isn't the age of equality wonderful? But how could you compare me to this, a boy child, heir to the throne, Ivanhoe?
Granted, you weren't worth much to us, but you were so cute.
Oh dear, he's all wet. Should I summon the royal changing?
Of course, Akana, I think it's time you learned how to change a diaper.
Oh, gross.
It won't be long before you'll be having little wet ones of your own. Put them here. Oh, hello, my little prince. Is you wet? You is wet, isn't you? Now, Akana, first thing we do, take off the diaper.
You pull hands. Like that?
Very good. Now we say a little poem. Diaper, diaper in the sky. How far will this diaper fly? Sorry, is that new? It should come out.
Sorry. Mother, what is that?
What is what, child?
On his chest.
Well, what does it look like?
Like a birthmark?
That's what it is. The royal birthmark. There's no mistaking our little Ivanhoe. See? All better now?
When do you think father will return to us?
Oh, you miss him, don't you?
Would I miss the sun if it failed to rise, or the stars if they fell from the heavens?
How should I know, and why would I care?
Well, of course I would miss them. Why did he have to run off to those silly old wars anyway?
Honor, my child. Honor and duty. And chivalry. anchovies are more horrendous than war. And perhaps one of those Kardashian marathons on heat.
Why can't we just live like brothers and sisters? Why can't we just live in peace?
Corsicana, what brother and sister have you ever seen live in peace?
I mean, why can't we all just drop the artificial barriers that prohibit us from reaching our natural goodness? Why can't we all just self-actualize and teach the world to sing and, like, buy everybody a Coke?
Corsicana, the people Daddy are fighting want all women to wear Hello Kitty moo-moos.
Hello, Kitty Moo-moos? You're not serious?
That's what I am.
That's just like, that's really weird. They should be wiped off the face of the earth. Or banished to Casa Grande. Casa Grande could work.
Daddy's working on it, sweetheart.
Why didn't Uncle Vizzy go to war with Daddy?
Oh, the court physician ruled him unfit for battle. Something about flat feet. Or was it flathead? I don't remember.
Well, he certainly makes things unpleasant around here. It seems the only people smiling these days are the tax collectors.
And the executioner. What with all that overtime pay?
He may be Daddy's brother, but I can't bring myself to like him. Every time he comes around, I grow goosebumpy with fear. He reminds me of, like, an eel.
He reminds me of a baboon. Oh, visceral lust for power, and that makes him a dangerous man. I would entrust him as far as I can throw a set of patio furniture.
Saxonia is an unhappy place now.
Sad, but true. Viscera places unfair burdens on our people and brutalizes them into compliance. And every time I try to confront him, he brushes me aside as if I were nothing more than a bothersome insect.
But you were the queen. Surely he must listen.
Alas, I am but a powerless queen. Viscera rules into the day our father returns.
May it be soon.
I wouldn't count on it. You know how picky he is when it comes to buying porcelain.
What? Where's TJ? TJ? TJ! Where's TJ?
He didn't show up.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
You didn't ask.
Okay, wise guy, you're on.
What?
You're
I
on.
don't know the part though.
Well, Russell will help you.
I don't want Russell to go with me.
Then you'll go alone.
I don't want to go at all.
Well, that's too bad. Put on the tights, read from the script.
Tights. Oh. Russell doesn't have to wear tights.
Russell does not wear tights.
These are red dots are they're pulling out my leg hair.
Then you should shave.
Not gonna shave Russell. That's weird.
Get out there!
Attendant bows grandly.
AJ, bow to us. Stop it!
May it please the Queen.
May what please the queen?
Prince Viscera wishes an audience with your majesty.
Oh, that does not please the queen.
Don't let him in, Mother.
Tell Prince Viscera that I am otherwise engaged.
He says that it is. Oh. Urgent. He says it is urgent.
All right. Then tell him I'm sick. Tell him I have the plague.
I told him that last time, your majesty.
All right. Very well. Tell him I am dead.
At once, your majesty.
That's a good one. I think I believe it. I would.
What seems to be the delay?
The Queen is dead.
Dead, you say?
Dead.
She will be missed.
Verily.
How dare you enter my chambers without my permission?
A miracle! She lived. I
I told my attendant to tell you I was dead tired. He simply misunderstood.
Leave us, Navel. I wish to speak to the Queen in private.
Don't you mean knave?
Knave, navel, is there a difference? And how is the heir apparent to the throne this fine morn?
He's sleeping. I do not wish him disturbed. State your business, Viscera.
So be it. Would that I could bring you good news. Would that I could bring you glad tidings.
Your voice reeks of like dark portent.
Afraid so. Word reached me not an hour ago that your husband and father, King Isidore, the supine of Saxony, has fallen on hard times. Very hard times. Oh, ye gods, take my heart, my soul, my bronze bongos even, but not my king.
What are you saying, Uncle Lizzie? Are you saying?
Yes,
Dead. The king is dead.
as good as dead. He has been captured by the infidels
Infiles?
in a porcelain shop. He never had a chance.
Oh, Mother, he's doomed. Like doomed.
Oh, hush, child. He is alive, and where there is life, there is hope.
Oh, that's a good one.
They are no doubt holding him for ransom.
This is true. The filthy swine say they will release him if we come up with 20,000 gold farmers, 11 milk cows, and 1,000 feet of beachfront property under us.
Well, then I assume you have already set about collecting this ransom.
Would that I could.
What's that supposed to mean?
How can I collect a ransom when it violates the wishes of the king? How many times have I heard him say, not a penny for ransom?
Oh, not ransoms. Ransoms, not a penny for transoms. Ransoms that reminded him of the gallows.
Ransoms, transoms, what's the difference? There's a principle at stake here. If we give in to the infidels this time, there will be no end to it.
You would let him die, then?
You can't put a price tag on honor. Believe me, if I were in his position, I would expect him to do the same.
That's easy for you to say.
You bet it is.
I won't let you get away with this, Viscera.
Get away with what? Dear Queen Nina, I assure you, my motives are strictly honorable. What I do is for the good of all Saxonia.
Indeed? Where you are concerned, Viscera, ulterior and motive are synonymous. You want to be king.
Honest, I don't want to be king. If I'm lying, may a lightning bolt strike me where I stand.
Coward.
Why do I want to be king anyways? What would I want with wealth and power and prestige and beautiful handmaidens and the best seats of the joust? I couldn't be king anyways. Little Ivanhoe is heir to the throne. I couldn't possibly be king unless something happened to the little nipper. Something horrible. An accident, perhaps. Yes, an accident. God forbid.
I'll go to the Council of Lords.
I've disbanded the council.
Then I'll appeal to the Order of Knights.
They've all gone off of the Crusades.
I'll appeal to the Archbishop.
He is on administrative leave.
And I will take my case to the people.
They're in prison.
In prison. All of them.
Yep.
With what?
They didn't sign up for healthcare in time. I thought about it. No.
Treason has a face!
Everybody has a face. Look, you're a little upset, and that's understandable. Why don't you let me send Medulla over here? He can set you up with a little sedative.
You keep that evil sorcerer away from us.
Sorcerer?
He is a devil!
Well, if you don't want Medulla, how about I send the court jester over? You could use a laugh or two. Let me send Shecky on down.
Keep your vermin out of my chambers.
So be it. Now I really must be going. They're opening a new vocational training center for executioners, and they've asked me to cut the ribbon. With an axe, no less.
You just remember this, Viscera, as you plot your little plots with your plotting. He who sows the seed of discontent never pulls a fish out of a pond.
Right. I'll keep that in mind. Don't blame the streets, kid. Gah! Oh! Keep it.
Oh dear. Now we'll have to wash his mouth out.
Lucky for little Ivanhoe. I'm not the kind of guy who holds a grudge. Now I really must be going. And if you should need anything at all, don't hesitate to learn to live without it. Bye.
Viper, I'm afraid, Mother.
Oh, with good reason, child.
You don't think he would do anything to Ivanhoe, do you?
This I do know. When Viscera was a baby, they hung a sign on his crib, and the sign said, "Cave Canem." It's a Latin phrase meaning beware of the dog. The dog has grown into a wolf. See what I mean?
And the wolf has claws.
Come, child, we must make preparations. The life of the future king is at stake.
And wise they were to make preparations, because Viscera was at that moment plotting in his heart of hearts to ensure that he would be king. Any questions?
Yeah. When do we get to the romance and the revenge?
Later. That comes later. Anything else?
Why do men lust for power?
How wonderful, how inquisitive, how innocent. There is hope for our world yet.
Yeah. So why do men lust for power?
Well, I really don't know. But perhaps...
Perhaps it's pride. The lust for power be directly proportional to one's inordinate sense of self-worth. And is power the means or the end? And is power bad if it's used for good? If one is good and one has power, well, what's so wrong with that? And how do you even define good if it's good to me and not good to you? Is it bad or only bad if I think it's bad? Maybe the lust for power is just a numinous, non-material, malevolent force submitting to a cluster of neurons in the brain. But then what does this say about a free market economy?
What was the question?
Why do men lust for power?
Because it makes them feel powerful.
I was hoping for something a little bit more sophisticated.
All right, then. Men lust for power because Eve ate the apple. Sophisticated enough.
What if Adam had eaten the apple? Would Eve have lusted for power? Or does the fact that women's brains being highly connected to dendrites across both hemispheres, thereby making them better equipped for multitasking, negate the numinous non-material forces associated with it?
I thought you wanted to hear a story.
I do.
I cannot tell you a story if you persist in digressing.
Sorry.
Now, where was I?
Viscera was plotting to be king.
Ah, yes. Now, Viscera had in his employ an evil magician named Medulla. Medulla had started out to be an alchemist, but flunked out alchemy school when he turned gold into lead. Medulla was selling used horses when Viscera met him. Viscera took an instant liking to him. He always admired a man who could lie with a straight face. So, Viscera made Medulla the court magician, a position of great importance. And Medulla was only too happy to do his dirty work for him.
Within 24 little hours, you and I will be privy to the court of the king. How does that grab you?
Long-term contract for all the frills? How do you think it grabs me?
Hey, ho, hi, hello.
Excuse me, Astrid.
You got a customer. Says she wants a magic potion or something.
I am expecting the prince. There's no way I could possibly see her now.
But she says it's important.
Didn't I make make myself clear? Astrid.
Perfectly.
No customers, tell her to get lost.
Okay, Chief. I'll just tell her to take her money bags stuffed with gold someplace else. 1, 2, 3.
On second thought, perhaps I could squeeze her in.
I figured as much. Hey, Shecky, caught your show last night.
Yeah, what did you think?
What a joke. I really saw you choke. What a joke. I really saw you choke.
Everybody's a critic!
You'd better wait outside, Shecky. This won't take a minute.
Highway robbery never does.
That was so funny.
Yeah, how funny was it?
So funny I
Right
forgot to laugh.
lady. The magician can see you now. I told Miss Overcourt that you would see to her needs, even if it meant the prince himself had to wait.
What is it the Romans used to say?
In the arena, line mate.
No. First come, first served.
That too. I cannot be thanking you enough. How will I ever repay this kindness?
Oh, I'm sure we can work something out. That will be all, Astrid. Now, what can I do for you?
I am wanting magic potions.
You've come to the right place. I'm running a special on potions this week. What kind of potion would you like?
What kind do you have?
You name it, I've got it. I have lotion potions, motion potions, devotion potions, even a promotion potion. Looking for a little upward mobility. And in addition, I have love potion number 9, if you're looking for a little romance.
I am wanting magic potion that will protect child from treachery, insurrection.
Ah, got just what you need. A commotion potion. 3 tablespoons before bedtime, and the kid won't have a care in the world. It will protect him from all manners of treachery.
And how much is potion costing?
How much you got?
1,000 gold farms.
You're in luck. Commotion potions are 27.6% off this week. And in addition, I'm giving you this pamphlet from the Saxonian Lung Association. It lists 25 reasons why you shouldn't smoke oysters. For one, they're incredibly hard to love.
Don't worry, I don't do that smoke stuff. No.
Good for you. There's nothing more disgusting than seeing a person with a smoldering oyster in his mouth.
How long is potion lasting?
Varies from case to case. I'd say yours lasts for 24 hours tops. Don't get too many requests for commotion potions. You expecting a little turmoil at your place?
You have no idea. I have in-laws coming in from all over. I must be going now.
You look vaguely familiar to me. Have we met before?
No, I'm just passing through. Nice meeting you.
The pleasure was all mine.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. All hail Prince Viceroy of Saxonia, Duke of the Court of Worcestershire, Commander of the Royal Guard, and other big stuff.
Oh, come on. I feel so stupid.
Someone's an improvement, man. AJ. I said, Commander of the Royal Guard, and other big stuff.
Ian, get out there and make me proud.
I still feel stupid.
You are, but it's an improvement. AJ. And other big stuff.
Oh, fine. You ready?
I'm always ready to make you look stupid.
Whoa!
Hey, it looks stupid, but it's an improvement.
Will you get out of here?
I see you brought Trigger with you, Your Majesty.
Yes, I did. Oh,
about the mess in the waiting room?
No apologies necessary, Your Highness. Astrid will clean it up.
I don't think so, boss. I'm going to lunch.
On your way out, would it be too much to ask for you to tie up Trigger outside?
Not at all. Yay!
So, have you come up with any plans to get rid of Ivanhoe yet? You want some water? Your cough drop? Your cough syrup? Sure you need me to get a doctor? Oh, I know what you need. You need health insurance.
We have company, Your Majesty.
Ah, yes.
Don't mind me. I am just looking at your eyes of milk.
They're on sale. Buy one, get 3 free.
So, have you?
Your Majesty, I've come up with a plan that is foolproof. Within 24 little hours, you will be the king of Saxony.
Yummy. Let me hear it.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
What? You wouldn't. You couldn't.
Couldn't what?
350 for wing of bat? That's ridiculous, no?
That's not just any bat, lady. It's a designer bat.
Transylvania. How chic. Sorry for the interruption.
And the beauty of it is buzz, 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 buzz.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Buzz, 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 buzz,
Buzz?
buzz, buzz, buzz.
Horrors, chaos, rage of angels.
Look, lady, if you're looking for a bargain, there's a Sir Kmart down the street. Perhaps you should try shopping over there.
Perhaps I should. I think I've heard enough. Infamy has a face.
Everybody has a face! Yeesh. Wait a second.
What are you doing? You're creeping me out.
Have we met?
No, I don't think so. I'm sure we would have remembered that we had.
Yeah, me too. I never forget a mustache.
I really must be going now. There is much to do. As
Do to you too. I'm down for my horse boat.
yeah, do. Oh.
There's only one thing that could possibly stand in the way of my plan.
And that would be...
If the child takes commotion potion, it will be protected from our intrigue. But there's only one place that sells commotion potion, and you're standing. And I'm sure not going to sell it to the queen.
Not if you value your head.
No need to worry, G. I just sold my last bottle. There's none left.
Hey, Your Majesty, I got a joke for you. So I was walking down the road, I find this guy asking, gross ignorance? What's that? And then he says, 144 lords and ladies! Huh? I told you, Medulla, the guy's a prince. But seriously, folks, so this U.S. congressman is walking down the road when out of nowhere, a mugger with a knife jumps out of nowhere and he says, give me all your money. And then the congressman says, well, I'm a U.S. senator. And then the mugger says, well, then give me my money back. Many thanks, may the blue bird of happiness nest in your nostrils.
Hey, don't put your luck shaky. You know I can't take a joke.
Oh, forgive me, your highness, I lost my head.
Not quite, but you came close. Now, there are preparations to make. My horse. My horse. My horse. Not a word, Shecky. Not one word.
You can't do anything right!
I expect both of you in my chambers at 6:30. Don't be late. We've a kingdom to steal. Now, hi-ho, trigger. Away!
Who was that masked man anyway?
Beats me, but he sure had a stupid-looking horse.
I heard that!
So, things are starting to look bad for little Ivanhoe.
The stench of misfortune was
Do you mind trying to eat here?
Oh, sorry. Yes, Ivanhoe was in big trouble, but luckily the queen had the commotion potion.
Did it work?
Of course it worked. If it didn't, I wouldn't be standing here telling you the story of Ivanhoe.
I have another question.
Oh boy.
See, what makes a person evil? It could be environmental factors, genetic factors, or even a combination of both. Perhaps it is because one is oxytocin deficient, thereby not able to feel empathy for others. I understand that high stress inhibits oxytocin release, and we become temporary psychopaths and permanent survival mode. It means stress does narrow one's focus to oneself and leaves cease being socially competent. Maybe a lack of oxytocin subtly alters the brain's self-other chemical towards devolution and socially deviant behavior.
I did not understand a word you just said. But let me offer you an alternative theory. If a child is born feet first, it will be evil.
There goes my moral monk theory. So, can nothing alter its course?
Only if the child is dipped in a tub of lard by the age of 2. If it's dipped in a tub of lard, it will not be evil.
It will be sticky. So, where were we?
Right here.
In the story!
Oh, yes. Queen Nina was preparing for Viscera and his henchmen. She didn't know when they would come or how they would come, but she knew they were coming.
How did you know that?
It's in the script.
May it please the queen.
May what please the queen?
3 henchmen have come to see you.
Corsicana, get the potion ready.
How could she be sure the potion would work?
She couldn't be sure, but it was her only hope.
Show the henchmen in.
At once, your majesty.
This is really exciting!
You're telling me.
Then what happened?
They came to her. They're wearing disguises, but they did fool her for a minute.
But we couldn't pass through Saxonia without stopping by to offer you the best deal in insurance today.
Lights! Guys!
Come on!
Guys, do you want to turn back on the lights?
Lights?
Whoa.
Oh, David!
So, you are insurance salesman.
However did you guess? Our disguises have fooled her completely. She is at our mercy. I am Sir Winner. This is Sir Woe. And this is Sir Way to Go. We are Sir Winner and Woe and Way to Go.
9771900?
Exactly. We represent.
The Lollipop Guild?
Oh, sorry. We represent.
Angry Control.
What?
Kingdom Control.
Oh, Kingdom in so and company. Or something like that. Anyway, we can offer you a complete insurance package featuring life, horse, and weight. We don't do health. You'll have to go to the government website for that.
And what is the cost?
$22.99 a month.
Firstborn son.
Sorry, not interested.
Give us one. That sounds like a pretty good deal, Mom. I spent 15 minutes with that lizard guy, and it didn't even come close.
Corsicana, when this is all over, we'll talk to Flo. Her rates are always progressive.
I know the price might seem a little bit high.
There is no way I am paying you $22.99 a month.
I think she's wise. Let's just get the kids split. Agreed. No more kid rooms. All right, lady. All right, lady. Hand over the kid. This is a sticker.
Oh, no. What? As you wish.
Mother, you won it.
The child is yours.
I told you it would work.
Like a charm. Like a charm.
I'm sure you won't mind if I sprinkle a little commotion potion on him before I hand him over.
Motion, motion.
No, don't do that. Where did you get that potion?
Mail order, probably.
That stuff is deadly.
Juice of skep.
He's all yours, Isra.
Oh, keep him away from me.
You didn't fool me for a minute.
So, the cat's out of the bag.
Well, something's out of the bag.
Shut up. So be it. You may have foiled us this time, Nina, but we will be back. That potion will soon wear off, and when it does,
Oh, yeah. Well, we already have our escape plan in place, don't we, Mother?
Quiet, child.
We're taking the old back roads through the dark forest, where you'll never find us.
Shut up, Corsicana!
So there!
This smells so bad.
shut up, Sheppy. Run, you may. Run far and wide. But when you hear the baying of my hound closing in on your heels, you will know the meaning of fear. Sleep well this night, sweet prince, for it will probably be your last. Ready up, man. Follow me, man. What?
You just walked through an imaginary wall.
Right. Follow me, man.
That way.
Right.
Dogs! Dober Wawas! Learn! Go get Burgess! I could have done that myself. Why didn't you? When I get my hands on you, I swear!
Yeah.
What are we hearing, Burgess?
Cats.
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 What should we be hearing?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Dogs. Why aren't they dogs, Burgess?
Because they're cats.
I know that, but why?
Because they're cats.
I am not a happy person, Burgess.
She's not happy, Burgess. Not happy.
I want to see you after the show. Run like the wind! Lead on deck! Run for your life! Run! Hurry up! I gotta tell you, I feel really stupid running away from kitty cats! Yeah, well, I feel stupid dragging the chair behind me! You're backstage! Be quiet! AJ!
What?
What are these things?
You said to cut out some big green teas.
Big, green, trees, you dolt! I get it. I want to see all of you after the show.
Cut after here.
Run, off the cup, off the pepper, off the tea. Have you ever heard of a fearsome sound?
Can't go on like this, Mother. This is a real drag. The burden is like too great.
My precious little whip. No wonder you're tired. You've been carrying everything by yourself. Let me help you. Is that better?
No. It's no use, Mother. They're bound to catch us. It'll only be a matter of minutes.
I won't let Eisenhower fall into Mr. clutches. I took him in the forest first.
But he would surely perish.
Perhaps not. Perhaps the creatures of the forest would shelter him.
That chance.
May it please the Queen.
Here, AJ. Is the forest eating me?
May it please the Queen that the Queen be pleased. Well, okay, sorry.
And you're going with him to prom? It was either him or my brother. Real toss-up.
You head north. I'll take Eisenhower and head south. Perhaps we can confuse that and the Dober Wawas. Anyways, if we manage to escape, we'll meet by the
Don't be sad, my son. No, even in this, the darkest of times, let no tears fall. I leave you in the hands of density. Now, wear this, son, and let it be a constant reminder of your proud heritage. It bears the royal seal of the House of Isidore. God willing, there will come a day when you know who you are and can claim what is rightfully yours, this throne. And though you are too young to speak, hear these words. They are the last words my beloved father ever spoke to me before he departed this transparency we call life. Hear these words and remember them. Hear these words and remember them. I know the words. I really do. They're important words. Some of the most important you will ever hear. Fine. Big words. Fine. Multi-syllable words. Fine. Sesquipedalian even. Hear these words and remember them. When in the darkness of the night you shiver, shake, and cower, don't be a little greedy cat. You've got a secret power. There's courage flowing in your veins. So stand up. Stand up, proud and tall, and shout as loudly as you can. The sky ain't gonna fall.
Every single time that you're a tree, you stay still. Okay, I will throw you across the stage in a second.
Somebody needs a nap.
Not but bold for bed. Little time, abandon the night with naught but moon and stars of light. Twixt the shadows that evolve, we heard a little squirrel call.
I'm mother squirrel with birds and ducks, but I'm hot and wonder why. A kindly squirrel with pointy feet was peaked with curiosity. So on her squirrel feet she did sneak to have herself a little peek. And she didn't find that little speck of the record toe that she was dead.
And the squirrel just said, we leave the boy, he's surely dead. So in the summer, the forest light, a vow was made that very night. Every squirrel to speak as one, vow to raise him as a son.
Her eyes can shine, their tails to droop, and I'm and I grew up a squirrel.
I'm an I grew up a squirrel. Adios, boys and girls.
the shock of my young life. I'm talking psychological trauma here.
Calm down, son. Tell Mama what happened.
Well, I went down to the pond to get some nuts and berries.
I told you never to go there.
Ah, you're so strong. That's beside the point, Mom. I was getting a drink, and I saw my reflection in the water, and boy was I shocked, Mom. I don't look anything like you. I'm ugly.
There. Mama thinks you're special. You're not ugly.
I'm too ugly. I mean, look, I got no fur, big feet, and this nose. You could build a nest in this sucker. Mom, why am I so different?
The time has come. Chester?
Hey, Mama, what do you need?
It's time for the talk.
And what is the talk?
The talk with Junior.
Oh, this is the perfect time for my sock puppet.
Not the sock puppets.
Mama, I need the sock puppet.
Fine, whatever. Just get out here and talk to your son. It's time you learn the truth.
The truth?
Your father will explain.
Hey, Junior, having a little girl trouble?
It's not that, Chester.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to talk about the birds and the buffalo.
No! I want you to tell him about his R-U-U-T-S, roots. Now put up those sock puppets and get to it. He's old enough to know.
Know what, Mama? Know what? Mama, I need the sock puppets.
You know, you keep talking like you're some ghetto squirrel, but you ain't no ghetto squirrel, you redneck.
Mama, get out the way. Junior, I want to talk to you. Squirrel, squirrel. Y'all better go wait for Dad, Mama.
Or I can wait right here.
Or y'all can go wait for Dad, Mama.
Or I can wait right here.
Mama, these squirrels don't talk when you're around.
Fine, I'll go wait till Dad. Drive me, acorns.
Take a seat, Junior. I am sitting, Pa. Great point, Junior. See, son, God in his infinite wisdom made little boy squirrels and little girl squirrels. There's the difference.
You're telling me, Pa, can't hardly think of anything else, especially Trudy.
Ow! Ow! You do not ow! In front of your dad. And then God made you.
Right, Pa? Biggest squirrel in the forest.
Oh, come on, Pa. Squirrels don't come any bigger than me. That's the thing, Junior. You're not a squirrel.
Not a squirrel. Oh, come on, Pa. Who are you trying to kid? Of course I'm a squirrel. I do everything a squirrel does. Stuff my cheeks, squeak. I could climb too if my tail wasn't so heavy. I gotta be a squirrel, Pa.
Okay, Junior. Your mom and I were walking through the forest one night, and we came across a baby. And that baby was you. And we decided to raise that baby as one of us. But that baby is not one of us. That baby, which is you, is a human.
Oh, what?
A human.
You mean one of those dudes with the beards and the bandanas and the candles and the sunglasses and the shotguns that we hide from during squirrel hunting season?
Very safe.
Papa, does this mean I can't go steady with Trudy?
It would never work out, son.
But Pa, I love her! with Trudy and build a little white picket fence and play ball with the kids and have barbecues.
Get up, hold yourself! It is your density that brought you here. It's your density that beckons you now. You must find out who you truly are, who your real parents are, why they left you in that forest. Your fate does not lie here in the forest, but in the world of man. Besides, your mother and I cannot in our years. We're barely able to provide for ourselves. You're eating us out of house and home. You're eating so many nuts that it's nuts.
Did you tell him?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, don't cry, Junior.
I can't help it, Mom. I don't want to go.
Oh, but you can come back anytime you want, as long as you're not carrying a shotgun and you text a week in advance so we can stockpile some nuts.
You mean it? I can come back anytime I want to?
Of course, you'll always be a squirrel to me.
Same here, Junior. Welcome as always out for you.
I love you guys so much!
But now you must go. Follow that fickle finger of fate to wherever it may lead you, with your head held high. Fear not what awaits you. To strive, seek, find, and never to yield. That is your destiny. That is your legacy. I packed you.
Thanks, Mom. I'm gonna miss you guys.
And we'll miss you, Junior.
Be careful now, you hear? Don't forget to brush your tail. I can't stand it.
Come here, Junior.
Ow. Ow.
Don't you take any wooden nickel, Junior.
I won't, Ma. I won't.
I love you, Junior.
I love you, Daddy. What's a wooden nickel? Trudy! Oh, Trudy, are you home?
Oh,
Whoa!
hi, Junior. You're a little early. I still haven't gotten my hair done.
You're telling me? Scarred for life!
I'm ready now.
Trudy, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cancel our date tonight.
What? Huh? Why?
I found out something horrible has happened. I found out I'm not a squirrel. I'm a human.
That explains a couple of things. Your ugly tail, and why Daddy was so dead set against our engagement.
Now I gotta go out and find fate and density. I don't even know what they look like. But Mama seems to think it's real important. I hope you understand.
Well, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Stop. I want you to know that no matter where or how far I go, I will never love another how I have loved
you got any salt?
Nah, trying to cut back. So, I guess it really crushed Ivanhoe to find out he wasn't a squirrel.
Indeed. It was a difficult time for the lad. He spent several weeks wandering aimlessly in the forest, too humiliated to be a squirrel, too ashamed to be a man. For a brief period, he considered compromising and becoming a beaver. But gave that idea up when his dam broke.
Kind of makes you want to cry, doesn't it?
Things got worse. Winter was coming, and he didn't have a nest built, nor any food stored. He was really in the pits, alone, hungry, frightened, and anguished. But then, in the depths of his despair, a light shined from the darkness.
Friar Fred.
The founder of our abbey.
So, when is that romance and revenge again?
Patience, Melinda, patience. It's coming. Anyways, Ivanhoe was suffering from a psychological low akin to catatonic schizophrenia. I know big words too.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for teaching me everything I needed to know to make it this big, bad world. As a squirrel, which is totally failing me right now as a human! I wish you were here. Oh, well, I wouldn't give for a nice, big, juicy acorn right now. But alas, what is an acorn? Not a chestnut with a beret. The sounds till he approaches!
I've been hearing about all these years?
What are those strange sounds he's making? Oh, I sure hope it is the squirrel hunting season.
Sounds just like a squirrel. Gosh, golly gee willikers, it is the squirrel boy. And you have brought us together for a reason. You brought me here this day to bring him into the world of men.
I wonder if this guy's having a transcendental spiritual experience, or if he's just hungry. Well, better stay here and fight like a squirrel.
Easy, boy, easy. I got some nice juicy marshmallows for you.
Oh man, those smell so good.
Marshmallows. Yummy, yummy.
This may be a trap. I'm too hungry to care.
Oh, heaven, that's good. More, more. I don't understand. More. There's a boy stuck in a well? More! He needs our help? You are light. Don't be afraid, strange squirrel boy of the forest. I won't hurt you. I like this stuff. Oh yeah, lower, lower, to the right, to the right.
to his waist.
Yes.
And the birthmark on his chest? Surely that must mean something. It was rumored that the late Prince Ivanov had such a birthmark, but this could not be Ivanov, for he was lost in dark forest many years ago and surely perished. First things first, let me get this throne from around your waist.
No, stop. No, I don't like this. Wait, my tail! No, don't hurt it! No, stop, please! No! Ah,
Is that better?
I feel so light. So free. Who would have thought a tail would make all the difference? I feel so wonderful.
I will take him back to the abbey and teach him the ways of men, to read, to write, and to read. And perhaps one day we can find out who he is and how he ended up in dark forest. That was easy. Oh, yeah. Right there, that's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Hey, this thing's comfy. Who'd have thought? Hauling this thing around all these years and now they tell me? I feel like I was born to sit in this. The throne! He sits the throne as if it were in his blood. And the birthmark? Could this be?
Taxes, yes, I will raise taxes. CNN interviews. Audit my political enemies.
Your Majesty!
More?
At once, Your Majesty.
I'm gonna light this world on men.
Your Majesty, we must be going. It will be dark soon, and Viscera's men control the forest.
You want to go? Squeak! 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 Squeak, 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 squeak! What'd that guy say about my mom? Is that it? Then we will go. Take me to this world of men. Wait! Squeak, 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 squeak!
Seriously?
Squeak!
Yup. He's a king, all right.
Squeak!
guess you're right. But still, the thought that he may one day return haunts me.
And if he did, what could one man do?
He has right on his side.
Yes, but you have the Army, and the Navy, and the House of Lords, and the IRS, and all the Girl Scouts.
Yes, I do love those Girl Scout cookies. But the people inside me.
People. They're too busy doing Miss Dyer's algebra.
I hope you're right. Because if he ever did return and reclaimed the throne and found out what found out what you did to his mother and his sister, well, let's just say my head ain't gonna be the only one that rolls.
I did what had to be done.
Try explaining that to Ivanhoe.
Ivanhoe is dead.
For your sake, I hope so.
Oh, sire, sire, sire. There is no need to worry, for there is but one king of Saxonia. Astrid Shaking. All hail King Viscera.
Not this again. Ready? Okay. Viscera, he's our man. He can't do it, no one can. Go, Viscera!
Yes, I quite like that. Let's have everyone do that one more time.
Ready? Okay.
Viscera, he's our man. He can't do it, no one can. Go, Viscera! Here you go, your majesty. Lop it. Visit. It fixed me up. It should fix you up.
I feel better already.
Your majesty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, Medulla, did I see you talking to an infidel this afternoon?
Yes, he was bringing the latest ransom demand for the return of Isidore.
And
Now they want 1 milk cow, 2 knit sweaters, and a used wood wagon. I told him it was out of the question.
good. Very good.
And good night. And good night.
What?
Aren't the lights supposed to come down? This is the end of Act 1.
Hey, Jane! What? Tell Wayne to dim the lights! What? Tell Wayne to dim the lights!
Wait, dim the lights, man. Come on.
You looking for me?
Yeah, what are you doing? It's the end of Act 1. Intermission.
See, where to get the donuts?
I go to the snack bar. They got a ton.
Jelly.
And twisty doos and curly kids.
Dim the lights!
So many pizza now.
Pretend!
Job.
Many things, child, many things. But perhaps the most important thing one learns at an abbey is moderation. I'll trade you a Reese's cup for Snickers.
2 Reese's cups.
How about 1.5? Took a bite out of one already.
Oh, that's okay.
Ivanhoe was a fast learner. Within a year, he mastered reading, writing, and philosophy. Only Friar Fred and Ivanhoe knew that he was really the king. To the others in the abbey, he was known as Billy Bob, the friar's apprentice. Still, it is one thing to hide his appearance, and another to hide his indomitable spirit. Well, for example,
concentrating properly. Who, me? There is a time for work, my son, and a time for play.
All work and no play makes Billy Bob a boring boy.
You're right!
Still need some work. I was thinking about getting a basket and cutting the bottom out of it.
Good idea.
Then we can take the basket, throw it through the window, and save the ball for soccer.
Interesting. And what would you call this game?
Hockey.
It fits. Come, let us sit. The time has come for us to talk. Billy Bob, these last few years have been some of the most rewarding of my life. I have seen you grow from a stupid squirrel to a knowledgeable young man.
Fred, you know you can't spell stupid or squirrel with an S and an I? Ow!
Like I was saying, I have taught you all there is to know about science, philosophy, truth, justice, and the Saxonian way. And although our abbey abhors violence, I have seen to it that you were taught the manly arts, as befits the future king. Soon, the time will come for you to leave us and to fight for what is rightfully yours. So what I must know is that if there is anything that you still wish to know, are there any questions that I have not answered? Or you need only to ask, and I will answer. Have you any questions, my son?
Uh-huh.
Then ask. Only through inquisitive interplay can the truth be found.
Where do babies come from?
Watermelon seeds. Any more questions?
Yeah, what's a whoa man?
Yeah, I was wondering when you'd get around to that. What is a woman?
I asked you first.
A woman is fire and fancy, frolic and lace, contradiction and comfort, as splendid and petty, confusing and magnificent as any creature could be. That is a woman.
Could you be a little specific?
No, not really. That's about as specific as it gets.
Well, will I know one when I see one?
Absolutely. There is no mistaking a woman. They are very different than that.
How so?
They have little feet.
Really?
Little feet.
No way.
I will just leave you to meditate on that thought.
Be careful with those bags, ladies. We'll be spending the night here at the Abbey and continuing on to the joust tomorrow. Handmaid number 1, put those trunks over there.
Yes, Mom.
Handmaid number 2, put those handbags over there.
Yes, Mom.
Handmaid number 3, come here. The lady Lenore will need a stool.
Yes, Mom.
Handmaid number 3, please move this way. Now, my little handmaidens, I want to make sure the Lady Lenore's things are unpacked, aired, and ironed if need be. I want her to look her best at the joust tomorrow because it is rumored that Viscera is looking for a wife, and I would dearly love to live in the palace as handmaid to the queen.
Would we be going with you then, Mom?
Possible.
Would we have our own quarters then, Mom?
I'm sure there'll be room in the kennels, if nowhere else.
Oh, will there be chairs, Mom?
Chairs! Handmaid number 3, quit your whining. Do you know how many applicants I have for your job? I could replace you with a monkey. Anyways, handmaid number 1 and 2, you will accompany me to the village. We will require provisions for the rest of the trip. And our horses must be fed and stable. Handmaid number 3, you will wait here for Lady Lenore. Keep an eye on the village idiot next to you. If he tries anything, you must protect Lady Lenore, even if it costs your life.
Can I use karate, Mom?
You know what a hurry we're in.
Well, it would be very sporting if I just shot him.
Very well, but do it quickly.
Gwen! Yes, Mom.
Oh, it's just you. Where are Gwen and your sister handmaidens?
Gone to the village for provisions and such.
And why have you been left here?
To be your stool. And to protect you from your village idiot.
Ooh, village idiot. I've always wanted to see one of those. Is he dangerous?
No, he just sits there measuring his feet and humming. I think he's a happy village idiot.
Well, speaking of feet, mine are killing me. Oh, such a lovely day, and such a pity that it doth contrast with my mood, which brims with melancholia. Verily, I am blue. My mother and father seem intent on my marrying that lizard, Viscera. But though he may be a king, I cannot bring myself to love him. It just doesn't seem fair. Everyone else will be at the joust tomorrow, reveling in the mayhem and the bloodshed. But will I be able to enjoy it? Alas, no. What's your name? What means this outburst? I thought you the village idiot.
Being an idiot means being a fool in love, and I may indeed be your idiot. Tell me, are you a bow man? just wanted to be sure because, well, Friar Fred said women have small feet, and I noticed that you had small feet. So, tell me truly, are you a woman?
If the shoe fits. Handmaid number 3, go to the village and fetch Gwen and the others.
Will you be safe, Mom?
Don't think we have much to worry about with the village idiot here. He fights like a boy. You know, I must say, I'm surprised to see a friar behaving like this.
Oh, I'm not a friar. I just attend the academy. I live on campus. I'm a senior.
So fair of face, so fine of feature. Be still my heart. A senior, you say? What's your major?
Pre-monarchy and a minor in PE.
You bear a striking resemblance to our late King Isidore. What is your name?
Ivanhoe.
Ivanhoe. Wait, Ivanhoe is dead.
Right! I meant to say my middle name. My middle name's Ivanhoe. Folks around here call me Bert. Billy Bob. Billy Bob Dorkfield. Cartwright.
And where do you hail from?
Dorkford. Dork, Forest, wait, third tree past the, okay. What's your name?
Lenore of the House of Usher.
It's a long name.
I know, but my friends just call me House of Usher. I mean Lenore.
So staying at the Abbey long?
We leave at sunrise. We go to the joust at Mercy Dose.
You don't seem very excited about it.
Gloom cost a penny a pound. I could sell the load on my heart for a fortune. My mother and father are sending me as an offering to the king. Viscera wants me for his bride.
Viscera! Infamy has a face!
Everybody has a face.
Right.
I take it you don't like Viscera much either.
Would you like a man that usurped your father's throne, left you to rot with the infidels, sold your mother and sister into slavery, and made you live like a squirrel for 14 years?
Probably not.
Nice.
Well, there's nothing much we can do about it. Viscera rules with an iron fist. Our only hope would be if, by some miracle, Ivanhoe is still alive and could take back the throne. The people would rally behind him.
You really think so?
Of course. Well, the only problem is there are only 20 people left in the kingdom, and Viscera has 20 million soldiers. It would be an uphill battle.
Unless you're facing downhill. Ah. But some things, milady, are well worth fighting for.
I know. Money and prestige and Gucci.
And the whole
Excuse me! Billy Bob, what is going on here?
I found her on the scene. Look, I found a woman. Look, they do have small feet. Look.
Put her down! That is not a woman. That is a lady.
Oh, please don't blame him. He didn't know.
I'm afraid he has violated the rules of the order. You do not measure a lady's feet. That is rule number 1, and you know it.
But Friar Fred, I'm falling, I think, in love!
Me too. I know.
No, not my animal. There will be no love for you. You remain here until midnight doing push-ups. Start counting, my boy. You must be thirsty after your travels, Billy. Please, allow me to accompany you to the cotton bar. A nice mocha latte, maybe?
Well, if you're buying, Friar, think I'll take my usual double macchiato, decaf, soy, decaf, organic, chocolate brownie, whipped cream, upside down, full blended. Hungry, it's too late.
I'll be counting the seconds.
Time passed slowly for Ivanhoe, as it does for all young lovers.
Okay, I wait and revenge. But seriously, when is the romance?
Melinda, this is the romance.
Oh, goody, goody! This is where they pledge their everlasting love and stuff. I'm getting misty-eyed just thinking about it.
38, 24.
And it wasn't long until the sun began to dip in the western sky. Ivanhoe knew he did not have long to wait.
Don't worry, Ivanhoe. Your moment is at hand.
Thanks, Lexi.
$7 and all is well. That's why I'm ringing this stupid bell. Don't miss tonight's fractured flicker in the mess hall. That theological thriller, St. Francis of Assisi and Thomas Aquinas debate, eschatological anthropomorphisms in Latin and Greek. It's a holdover from last week and will be shown right after supper, which is also a holdover from last week.
1,442. 1,443.
Are you out there, Bob?
Oh,
Oh, I thought darkness would never come.
me neither.
Are you hungry?
Famished.
I brought you something.
Bless you. Where is it?
Squirrel.
Squirrel?
Oh, come on, it does not taste that bad.
You don't understand.
I do understand, you're just being picky.
I wasn't that hungry anyways. Run, little squirrel! Run back to the forest! Your fur will grow back one day! I think.
Now that's what I call rare. Look, we don't have a lot of time. My nanny will be along shortly.
I've been doing a lot of thinking over the past 4,869 seconds. Been doing a lot of thinking about life, density, the tangled web of fate. A little about ice skating and fudge and brownies. But mostly about you and me and we. And granted, we haven't known each other very long, but when our eyes met, I felt something stirring deep inside me. And I know you felt it too.
Not really.
And I know I have no reason to ask you this, but...
No, Billy Bob, please don't.
But I must!
I know what you want to say, and I know how I want to respond, but don't you see? It would never work out. I leave with the rising of the sun to join Viscera. I have no choice but to live as a queen. Sure, I'll have all the money and power and the exquisite clothes, but I'll be lacking the most important thing in any marriage.
True love.
His and her Mercedes-Benz S-classes.
And you call that marriage?
So please, don't ask me, Billy Bob. I beg of you not to ask me.
Fine, I won't ask you.
Why not?
Because you told me not to.
Oh, get a clue, Billy Bob. When I tell you no, what I really mean is yes.
Really?
Yes.
Does that mean no?
No, well, yes and no. What I mean to say is go ahead and ask me, even though I don't really want you to. no.
Does that mean yes?
No in this case means no.
No.
Yes!
Hot dog, she said yes. You said yes, right? You'll never regret this. You shall offer nothing except squirrel meat, which will be banned from our table. I'll give you oodles of watermelon seeds. You can send him to camp in the summer. Joy, joy, joy.
Oh, I can't let you persist in this mad delusion. I am betrothed to a king.
Right. This guy.
But you're not a king.
I'm working on it.
There's no way you can marry me. No way at all. Unless...
Unless?
Oh, no! Suicide.
I'm good at that. What is it?
Well, there is an ancient Saxonian law passed down from the earliest times, before the Enlightenment.
I've heard of such times. Men wore MC Hammer pants.
Exactly. The law states that any Saxonian man of royal blood may challenge the king for a bride on the day of the joust. To do so, he must invoke the challenge. Oh, I can't let you go through. It's too horrible.
Challenge? What challenge? Tell me now.
The challenge of the stentorian hippobolare, the loud-mouthed horse dance. To do so, the challenger must first approach the king and shout out, "Autant cheval point vous danser."
What does that mean?
Does your stinking horse dance?
Dance?
Then, the king responds, "Moi ne savais jamais couchant."
Salt.
Loosely translated, "You will never know, you swine."
Swines?
Then, the challenger approaches the king, throws a horseshoe on his foot, does 3 10 steps, pirouette, and then does a raspberry in the king's face.
Oh.
This is a challenge the king cannot refuse.
Ah! Then what?
Then, there is music, mayhem, and jousting. And the winner gets, well, me.
And the loser, what does he get?
A lobotomy.
Oh!
Or banished to Casa Grande. The loser does get a choice. Most choose
Lobotomy. And this right, he has fought and won before?
He cheats.
This time, he will lose. Hello, my name is Nico Matoyo. You're my father. Prepare to die.
You're just a kid, a friar's apprentice. What do you know of combat?
Let me worry about that.
Besides, to challenge the king, you have to have at least a little royal blood in your veins.
I've got a little on my father's side.
And you would risk spilling it for me?
For you and for all who suffer the indignities of the NSA surveillance program!
What are you doing at this hour? You'll catch your death. I'll be alone directly, Gwen. Who is that with you? Just a thief, Gwen. A thief? Methinks he must be a thief to have stolen my heart so quickly. And I must be a fool, for I did not want to stop him. Viscera, though he may be a king, could not have stolen my heart. Perhaps not. But if he finds out about this, he'll rip it out.
Over my dead body.
That would be arranged.
Whew.
Leave us, Gwen. Fine. 2 minutes, and then I'll call the guards. And please, try not to make me stupid. I already have. I've fallen in love with a stranger.
What? Who is he? I'll be his brains. Is it you?
I meant you, silly. Don't flatter yourself.
Is there supposed to be something to do right now?
Well, since you mentioned it, you can put your arms around me.
Oh, okay. How's that?
Not like that.
Oh.
Okay. One here, and one here.
Trudy never felt like this before.
Who's Trudy?
Somebody that I used to know?
How used?
Very used? I certainly hope so.
Okay. Close your eyes. Pucker your lips. Bend down. You should be able to feel the earth move beneath your feet.
They don't even know my face is getting tired. Whoa! I didn't feel the earth move! What a kiss! But no, baby! You got power! Hey, anybody got an aspirin? I take a whoa! Help! Whoa!
Ivanhoe broke the news to Friar Fred the next morning.
You mean about going to the joust to fight for Lady Lenore?
Yes, Friar Fred did try to stop him. He knew it was time for Ivanhoe to go.
And that's when he told him about Queen Tina, of course not, right?
Yes, he thought Ivanhoe was old enough to know the truth.
Guess he still took it pretty hard.
Indeed, it was then that Friar Fred gave Ivanhoe the suit of armor forged in the forges of Mordor.
You mean Mordor?
Yes.
Wrong story, Frodo.
Well, Friar Fred thought that if Ivanhoe was going to run off half-cocked, he might as well look nice.
He gave him a horse, too, right? The fastest, most beautiful steed in all the kingdom.
Ah, yes, Pepsi. Truly a horse fit for a king. It was said that Pepsi could run faster than the wind. If the wind was blowing slow, that is.
So, Ivanhoe left the comfort and security of the Abbey to take on the forces of the Pseudo King.
Pseudo king? You mean he knew pseudo? Wait, fire!
That's judo, not karate, and it's pseudo, as in false.
He also went there to fight for the hand of a lady fairy.
Must have been a magnificent sight.
Oh, it was. It was.
Hi-ho, Pepsi! Away! Attaboy, faster and faster! Over the hills, through the river, all the way to Vincer's House we go! Charge with me, boy, into the pages of history! I know you're tired, boy. I know I pushed you past your endurance level, but at times like these, we have to make sacrifices! That way, come on! Come on! You want to rest? Then rest. I'm not the kind of guy who pushes stupid animals past their endurance level. I was an animal once, you know. I know these sort of things. No, sir. This is one king who will not use fear and intimidation to get what he wants. Now tell me, Pepsi, do you know what a glue factory is? Oh boy, here we go! Faster! Faster! That's it! Too fast! Too fast!
are my biggest fan despite your diminutive size.
I love you, Chucky.
And my only fan. Well, I can see everybody's here for the big joust tomorrow. Funny thing happened to me on the way over here yesterday. I came across a peasant who looked like he hadn't fight in days. He comes up to me and says, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? So, I bid him. Oh yeah, don't even laugh at once. I don't get no respect no more, no respect. Went home the other day with my pet rat, and my wife says to me, get that disgusting thing out of my house. So I says to my wife, don't worry, it won't bite. And then she says, I was talking to the rat. Oh, your paycheck is in the mail. Went to the doctor's office and I have a frog on my head. And the doctor says, what seems to be the problem? And then the frog says, can you do anything about this wart? Don't hold back, they say laughter is good for the soul. Hey, Buckethead, strike one. You want to know the difference between an elephant and a Saxon's grandmother? 5 pounds!
My grandmother's a Saxon.
Take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
I'm gonna split you from your gizzard to your gullet.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a wonderful audience. I'm the one after on death row. Take it, Joe.
Here's a joke for you.
Tony, happy anniversary. Hey, come on, Nana.
What?
Is this the board's breakfast?
No, this is Corsicana. What do you have, Faucet Head?
That's enough an hour.
What?
Just a glass of water.
No need to yell. That'll be 5 fonders.
Nana, leave me.
What?
Keep it. Nice change.
Ooh, big tipper. I can put my kid through college. Why don't you take off your bucket and stay a while?
Yeah, man, we're back. Is something the matter?
It's just that you look like someone who was very dear to me when...
Your long-lost brother, Ivanhoe?
No! Dave Gammelgard, the best kisser back in high school. You look just like him, except he was about half your height, but about as wide as you are tall, and his eyes have this adorable crossing thing. You would look just like him if you were bald. I guess you don't look anything like him. That's funny. So, you in town for the big joust? What's your handle?
I beg your pardon?
You know, 10-4, back door. Put the pedal to the metal and let it roar. Like, what's your name?
Oh, some I'm known as Cartwright, Billy Bob Cartwright.
Funny name for a knight, Sir Billy Bob.
To others I'm known as Ivanhoe.
Say what?
Ivanhoe, brother to Corsicana, son of Nina Isidore, rightful heir to the throne of Saxonia, abandoned in the dark forest as a babe, raised by schools, educated by the ways of man, now returning to claim what is rightfully his, Ivanhoe!
Mother, that I hold a grudge on you for leaving me in the dark forest like a glad bag full of picnic trash. Mother, I'm not the least bit bitter about it.
Well, it's either that or have you fall into his clutches. He means viscera.
Infamy has a face.
You too?
And so I says to the guy, what do you get when you cross a parrot with a tiger?
What do you get when you cross a parrot with a tiger?
I don't know, but when it talks, you better listen.
Not funny, Corsicana.
Well, we've got to get you out of here, son. Viscera's agents are everywhere. What if they found out that you were still alive? Oh, I shudder to think.
But if we leave now, will I get fired?
Don't worry about that. No mother or sister of mine is going to work in a greasy spoon joint like this. By this time tomorrow, I'll be king, and I'll get you some jobs at a classy place.
It all seems too good to be true.
They still hold my father for ransom.
Yes, and your creep uncle won't pay it.
What do they demand?
Now they're asking for a sack of flour and a chamber pot.
That will be my first official act as the new king. Now, let us leave this vermin pit. We have many years to catch up upon, and I wish to know everything about you.
Let's get out of this dump.
Hey! When we move back into the castle, can I have my old broom back?
And so I says to the guy, take my wife, please. That's all, folks.
There was a feeling of
he raised the jousting flag.
All rise for the king.
I would like to welcome you all to the 756th and a half annual Royal Field Joust and Barbecue.
Nice to be here, Your Majesty.
Your sincerity moves me. I can tell by your spontaneous outpouring that you're looking forward to the bloodshed as much as I.
You can say that again, Your Majesty.
I already said it once. I'm not going to repeat myself. I will soon go for the festivities to begin. But first, a small announcement. Be it known to all within my kingdom that your king, Viceroy Phaon Innsbruck Satellite of Plumshire, is soon to be wed to this lovely gem. This fragile figurine. This fragrant flower. You, king, one more time.
Oh, because you can actually pull your sword out?
Lady Lenore of Usher. Now then, what the festivities? Begin.
Will the jousters please take their places? Now, ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, fighting out Limpid Court Plaza, Filipina, blah, 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 blah.
Stab, Rashonda. You're dead.
And in the other corner, the hometown favorite and defending champion, Rashonda.
I am the champ. I'm so bad I'm gonna hit you upside the head and make you wish you was dead. Oh, just scare me, why don't you? You better be scared.
Now, let the sands of time show them the same green serendipity of this pusillanimous fortification.
What?
Go, Tron!
What did you do? Put a rock in that thing? Oh, quit being such a coward and fight like a man. Oh, don't you wish? Oh, look at that.
And the challenger is down! The champ looks to the king, awaiting the signal of his life and death for the challenger. For the challenger.
I don't have a big Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah!
You forgot your RC for the helmet for crying out loud.
Now, as is the custom, I will call for the challenge of a stentorian Hippovolare. Even though I know there will be Nonetheless, are there any challenges?
Billy Bob? Are you out there, Billy Bob?
Oh, what? Has your champion not come? Too bad, so sad, I'm glad. Now sit down. I will ask one more time. Are there any challenges? I didn't think so.
Not so fast. I accept the challenge of the Stenartanian
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
The challenge of the Stenartanian
Oh, you mean the challenge of the Stentorian Hippopolare?
Exactly.
Checking. Who is this brash young man, and why is he wearing a faucet on his head? No, you're useless. Sit down.
I'll give you a hint, meatball. His name starts with an I, and it rhymes with Yamaha. His name's Billy Bob Cartwright.
That doesn't rhyme with Yamaha.
Who cares? He's still a dime.
Sit down.
I stand ready to challenge.
I assume then, Sir Knave, you know the terms of the challenge.
Chink, 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 chink. Opa, Shiba, 1, 2. That's it! Does your stinking horse dance?
Vous ne savez jamais toujours! You will never know, you swine! Down off!
This is a challenge you cannot refuse.
The challenge has been made! Now you, as the challenger, may choose your weapon.
I choose the bunkhouse pipette and the pillowcase.
Excellent choices. Now I, as the challenge, may choose the music. My choices are salsa and hardcore.
Yeah, come on.
Go now, Sir Knave, and mount your steed.
Mizra, I'll have you know the face of your opponent.
This is the legendary Lost Squirrel Boy of Dark Forest, who is none other than the Lost King to be Ivanhoe.
That's my baby! Kick his case to ready! Prevail! Prevail!
Sit down.
So, the Squirrel Boy of Dark Forest returns. What? Have you run out of nuts? You must be acorns to challenge me. To the death then, Ivanhoe.
No, not to the death, to the pain.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that phrase.
Then let me explain it to you, speaking slowly and using small words so that your infantile, prepubescent, intellectually challenged brain can understand.
You flatter me.
Not at all. To the pain means I will leave you pummeled, plundered, and without room. To the pain means I will leave your face looking like it was dragged through a meat grinder. And you will live with that humiliation for the rest of your pitifully painful life. That is what to the pain means. Viscera.
Clearly you have viewed a Princess Bride once too many times. The squirrel had any run-ins with lately. Now then, Ivanhoe, let us see who shall prevail.
Combatants ready? Set! Go! The joust is declared a draw! Combatants will now take up pillow maces. Combatants ready? Set! Go! Yeah!
Look, Mama, they're beating on our baby boy!
Don't scare Junior, ain't no hard blue. Young King and his flunkies gonna get the best of Robinson Squirrel family.
Get up, Junior! Fight like a squirrel!
Let's put a woman on them, they won't forget.
Yeah!
Enough! I am defeated.
Ivanhoe, Sherman, conquistador of the house of Isidore, do claim the throne of Saxonia! And, as my bride-to-be, Billy Lenore!
You're wonderful, darling.
Thank you. With this crown comes many responsibilities. So before I crown you, you must promise that you will rule wisely, rule justly, and hire me as your archbishop. It shall be done!
Long live King Ivanhoe!
Bring forth the henchmen! These knaves. Viscera, you and your henchmen Tweedledee and Tweedledum are banished from Saxonia. Forever! Remove him from this place! As of this moment, slavery is abolished! No longer will there be dinner prison! And never again will there be paid toilets in airports!
Get down here. Squeak, 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 squeak up, squeak.
Of course, how could I forget? And last but not least, squirrel hunting will no longer be permitted!
Save the squirrels!
You I like! Now, let us to the church. Friar Fred, you have a marriage to perform. You may last as long as these stone walls.
So, that was the show.
Yep.
You think they liked it?
Yeah, well, it is the last show, so.
Really?
No, because That was the worst high school play in the world.
We started making armor for the guys, and then all of a sudden, Jesus came in dressed in a checks box, and we started laughing. So we decided that they were going to make their own armor, and then the winner I would knight on closing night. So I want to show you all of the contestants right now. So if you guys don't have your armor on,
I am the door.
Get in the door. Get in the door. Okay, guys, you have to turn around now and show them like the whole thing. There you go. All right, you guys got a good look at everybody. I can't unfortunately count the helmet because you didn't make that yourself.
Well, John's part of my dad.
So, I want to say that I need a sword. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby want to declare the winner of the armor making as Sir Alex Wayne. I now hereby knight you, Sir Wayne of the House of Donut.
Okay, so we want to take a moment to recognize a couple of people who have been key to this process, and that's our directors, Mrs. and Mr. T.
for both of all the seniors that have been with you guys for 4 years. You've been a lot. You have shown us not only what it is to be a godly person, but how to be a good actor and everything else that is involved in this process. And you both mean a lot to me. And your devotion to Suki have been very, very helpful and very inspiring for many years. And I want to know those things. You've been constant help to me, and whenever I need anything, I should go to you. And we can talk about anything that we do. So, thank you.
And then, like Shelby was saying, you guys have meant so much to all of us. I know from the first year of drama, and I was terrified to do it, you guys really encouraged me, and you made it worthwhile staying late nights and working hard, and even though things would be changed all the time, it was always worth it. And like Shelby was saying, the devotions meant so much, and they truly, truly helped me grow spiritually. And I completely agree with Shelby. I thought we could talk to you about anything. And I just love that our relationship is more than just teacher-student. It really is just like a mentor and whatever the other word is. But I just want to thank you guys so much for all you've done for us over the past 4 years and for all of us this year. So we have starting posters for you guys.
Wise guy, you're on. What? You're on! I don't know the part, though. Russell will help you.
Russell, go with me.
And you'll go alone.
I don't want to go at all.
Well, that's too bad. Here.
Tights? How come Russell doesn't have to wear tights?
Russell does not wear tights.
Tights? You're pulling at my leg hair.
Then you should shave.
I'm not gonna shave, Russell. That's weird.
Are you about ready? Get out here.
Attendant bows grandly.
AJ, bow to us. Stop it.
May it please the Queen.
May what please the Queen?
Prince Viscera wishes an audience with your Majesty.
Oh, that does not please the Queen. Don't let him in, Mother. Tell Prince Viscera that I am otherwise engaged.
He says that it is. Oh. Urgent. He says it is urgent.
All right. Then tell him I am sick. Tell him I have the plague.
I told him that last time, Your Majesty.
All right. Tell him I am dead.
At once, Your Majesty.
That's a good one. I think he'll believe it. I would.
What seems to be the delay?
The Queen is dead.
Dead, you say?
Dead.
She will be missed.
Verily.
Oh, how dare you enter my chambers without my permission?
A miracle! She lives. I will declare a day of celebration.
I told my attendant to tell you I was dead tired. He simply misunderstood.
Leave us, Naval. I wish to speak to the Queen in private.
Don't you mean knave?
Knave, naval, is there a difference? What I do is for the good of all Saxonia.
Indeed, where you are concerned, Viscera, ulterior and motive are synonymous. You want to be king.
Honest, I don't want to be king. If I'm lying, may a lightning bolt strike me where I stand. What I do is for the good of all Saxonians.
Indeed, where you are concerned, Viscera, ulterior and motive are synonymous. You want to be king.
Honest, I don't want to be king. If I'm lying, may a lightning bolt strike me where I stand. Dang it, Shaggy!
So, you are insurance salesman?
However did you guess? done with packing. Basically, life, health, and life.
What is the cost of all this?
$22.99 a month.
And your first point, son.
There is no way I can pay you $22.99 a month. You know, just give us a second. That sounds like a pretty good deal, Mom. I spent 15 minutes with that lizard guy, and it didn't even come close. No, of course, when this is all over, we'll talk to Flo. Her rates are always progressive.
I know the price might seem a little bit high.
No way am I paying you that much.
I think she's wise. Let's just get the kids split.
Agreed. No more king. All right, lady. All right, lady. This is a stick-up. Hand over the kid.
Oh, no. As you wish. Mother, you wouldn't. The child is yours.
I told you it would work.
Like a charm. Like a charm.
I'm sure you won't mind if I sprinkle a little commotion potion on him before I hand him over.
I am the winner. This is the woe, and this is the way to go. We are the winner, and woe is the way to go.
97719, hello?
Exactly. We represent. We represent.
The Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to...
Featuring life, horse, and bike. We don't do health. You'll have to go to the government website for that.
And what is this cost?
$22.99 a month.
And your first person.
Sorry, not interested.
That sounds like a pretty good deal, Mom. I spent 15 minutes with that lizard guy, and it didn't even come close.
Corsican, when this is all over, we'll talk to Flo. Her rates are always progressive.
I know the price might seem a little bit high.
There is no way I am paying you $22.99 a month. Run! Run like the wind! Please, up, down, run to your left! Run! 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 Hurry up! Run!
please the queen, that the queen be pleased, while pleasing the, okay, sorry.
And you're going with him to prom?
It was either him or my brother who tossed me.
Now, what's come? You head north. I'll take Ivanhoe and head south. Perhaps we can confuse the captain the Dover was. If we manage to escape, we'll meet by the old bridge in Downbury. God be with you, child. Now give me the throne.
Wait, let me help you.
Run. Quickly.
Goodbye, Mom. Be careful. I love you.
Goodbye, Trudy.
Junior, wait. Squirrel. Take care now you're here. And if you're ever passing through, come up and see me sometime.
Look out, world! Here I come! Oh no! My tail! First things first, let me get this rope around your waist. What are you doing? Stop. Isn't that better? I feel so light, so free. Who would have thought a tail would make all the difference? I feel so wonderful. I will take him back to the abbey and teach him the ways of men, to read, to write, and to reason. And perhaps one day we can find out who he is and how he ended up in Dark Forest. Water. Someone give me water. Come on, please. You're tired, my son. Come sit in this robe. What do you want me to do? Come on, squirrel boy. Good things. First things first, let me get this throne from around your waist. No, stop. No, I don't like this. Wait, my tail! No, don't hurt it! No, stop, please! No! Ah, please! Is that better? I feel so light. So free. Who would have thought a tail would make all the difference? I feel so wonderful. I will take him back to the abbey and teach him the ways of men, to read, to write, and to read. And perhaps one day we can find out who he is and how he ended up in Dark Forest. First things first, let me get this throne from around your waist. What are you doing? No, stop. Don't touch my tail. No, it just broke. No, stop. No. Squeak! Is that better? I feel so light, so free. thought a tail would make all the difference. I feel wonderful.
I will take him back to the Abbey and teach him the ways of men, to read, to write, and to reason. And perhaps one day we can find out who he is and how he ended up in dark forest.
That's not water.
You appear distressed, my son.
What's he doing?
Come sit on this throne.
I ain't sitting on that.
First things first. Let me get this throne over right now.
Dude, stop.
This is weird. No, stop. James, come out! Isn't that better?
So light. So free. Who would have thought a tail would make all the difference? I feel so wonderful.
I will take him back to the Abbey and teach him the ways of men. To read, to write, and to write on and reason. And perhaps one day we can find out who he is, what and how he That's not one of us!
They're trying to kill the Jamaican squad.
You appear distressed. Come sit down, you girl.
I ain't sitting in that thing.
Oh, that's so good. How's that feel? Better than vinegar. Yo, man, I feel like, whoa, this is comfy, man. Who would have thought pulling this thing around all these years? I feel like I was born to sit in this, man. He sits the throne as if it were in his blood. And his rancid body odor.
Taxes, yes. Raise taxes. CNN interviews, yes. Kill Heather Templeton.
What? At once, Your Majesty.
seriously, when is the romance?
Melinda, this is the romance.
Oh, goody! This is where they pledge their everlasting love and stuff. I'm getting misty-eyed just thinking about it.
38, 24!
And it wasn't long until the sun began to dip in the western sky.
Could you stop that? Dazzle me.
My horse,
Louder!
my horse,
I'm deaf in one ear and I can't hear out of the other. Speak up.
Buzz, buzz.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz. Next. Oh no. So I went to the store for Nick and Wait, come back.
Redo.
So I went to the store one day and everyone was like there and it was so cool and oh my gosh. Volume slower.
Buzz, buzz.
Next.
Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Beautiful.
Next.
That was sweet. Inspirational.
Buzz, buzz.
That's the end.
For the rehearsal.
Devotional, inspirational Jesus talk.
Fix it, go. Okay, what next? Chop,
Saw.
Bang.
fix, styrofoam, kill. Dinner, clean up.
Again.
Warm up before the pre-production.
Thus said.
Faster! Faster! Faster!
Notes. Ian, you
Need to
be
louder!
the props.
Glasses.
My horse. Oh no, it would limp. The other horse.
No glasses.
Oh no, it too would limp. Costumes. End of Act 1. Crap. End of the play.
To the
Density!
Why? We don't prom!
Density!
Oh, vinegar!
We don't prom!
Density!
Another things, vinegar!
Dang it, Shecky!
We don't prom!
Density!
Vinegar!
Dang it, Shecky!
Yeah. Okay, what is a social
Life.
Question mark.
Right again. Sleep. Yeah, sleep. What is this thing?
Called
Sleep.
Hey! I hate you drama kids are on sleep in my class. I'll see my son.